Hi, Susan Norwell here for the Rett book club. I'm so happy to bring you this book. It's called The Stone Lion. It's written by Margaret Wild and Rita Votilla. There's a stone lion, all right. Now I'm going to warn you, there are some sad parts to this book. We're going to talk a lot about feelings. So, I'm going to be modeling this in Communicator 5 on the pages that are included. And if you look at Describe, and you look under Feelings, this blue second button, Feelings, we are going to talk about some times that are sad. And where people might be a little scared. But also, we're going to talk about some times where people are really
nice.
Yeah, they're very, very nice. And where things can get really, really exciting and great. And people are feeling much, much happier. So, that's really important. But because we're talking about a stone lion, we also might want to describe some things, like he's hard. Yeah, and his size is he's quite big. And he does make people feel a little bit nervous. So, let's get reading. It really does help before you read the book to read it yourself as a reader. Think about the things you might want to say and explore them on the device before you read it with the children of your choice. And here we go. The Stone Lion. The stone lion that crouched outside the library looked so real, so fierce and cold that small children scuttled past at the sight of him. So we're describing him. Remember, this lion is very hard. He's made out of stone, but he's also looking so fierce, kind of so angry. Ooh, angry, fierce, and kind of mean looking. Over here under people, kind of mean looking, that small children scuttled past him. Scuttled means they moved or they walked nervously. They scuttled past him nervously. They were very nervous, and they moved past him very, very fast. Scuttled. That's a good word, isn't it? That's a new one for us, I bet. Scuttled. Some people, though, stopped to lean against the lion, and one was a girl called Sarah. She would huddle next to him, cradling a tiny bundle, and her tears would fall like rain on his paws. Wow, so we've got this girl named Sarah, who I think is not afraid. Seems like she is very, very brave. She's feeling brave enough to get next to that lion. But also, when you listen to her, she would huddle next to him. I think because she might be feeling very, very cold. We would describe a place as being cold. Very, very cold. And since she is doing a lot of crying, oh, I feel so bad for her. I feel bad for her because of all the crying. We know there is something going on that is just not good. That is really, really sad. That's right. Oh dear. Tears fell like rain on his paws. Why does she weep? The lion asked the wise old gargoyle on the portico. Well, there's two new words for you. A gargoyle is like a statue, a small statue that usually has wings. and they look a little fierce. They look a little fierce. The portico is this ledge. There's like a little ledge he's sitting on, and that's the portico. Now, the gargoyle knew everything. Everything. He's very, very, very smart, this gargoyle. As gargoyles go, he's very, very smart.
Smart.
He knows everything. Let's see why. Because the blackbirds, sparrows, and pigeons perched on it. Perched, that's a word for sit. So with your body, you can sit.
Sit.
So he perched, or he
Sit.
he sat.
Sat.
He sat on it and told it all the secrets of the city. So all these birds came and toot, 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 and they were talking, and they were telling him all of what was going on. What was going on in the city. And he must have been a very good listener, I think. Sarah cries because she and her baby brother are homeless and alone, the gargoyle said. Oh, I remember they said something about a tiny bundle. Cradling a tiny bundle. Sarah huddled next to the lion, cradling a tiny bundle. That tiny bundle must be her brother. And they are homeless, and they are all alone. I bet they're feeling
Lonely.
very lonely, and I have to say, also,
Scary.
that would be so scary for someone who is so little. She's just a little. She's just a little girl. She's just a little girl. That's all. Just his sister. Not his mom. Not the dad. Just a little girl. Oh, said the lion, gazing coldly into the distance. Ugh. Now this is a different way of thinking about the word
Cold.
He's looking
Coldly.
and that means he is not. Oh dear. He is not feeling anything. He's not feeling sad for her. He's not feeling angry. He's not feeling worried. He is not feeling anything. He is just coldly looking into the distance. I do not like that. That. I don't know. I usually feel a lot. I do. I have a lot of feelings going on all the time. And when I'm reading this, it makes me feel sad for Sarah and worried. I'm worried. I'm also nervous and worried for her. I would not want a child to be alone like that. Ben, who worked at the library, often leaned against the lion while he ate his sandwiches and read a book. Now and again, he would laugh or sigh. So there is Ben leaning against the lion. What's in the book that makes him do that? The lion asked the gargoyle. He wants to know about this laughing. He wants to know about this laughing. Laughing. And this sighing. He's reading stories about living creatures who feel either happy or sad, despairing, like, oh gosh, this will never get better, or hopeful. Yes, sometimes people are feeling with their heart a lot of hope. that things will get better.
Good.
They will get better.
Better.
If he could have, the lion would have shrugged. Oh well. He had no idea what those feelings were. Oh my. I have to tell you, I feel very, very sad for that lion. I do. To not have feelings.
feel.
To not have those
Feeling.
feelings. Oh my goodness, I think that is just so sad. There's Ben. So let's see what happens in our story. I wish I was alive, he said, but just so I could move. That's all I want. So this is the lion talking. All he wants is I want to move.
Move.
That's all I want. It would be good
Good.
for,
I.
good for, oops, so sorry. Good for
Me.
me. Mr. Lion seems to be all about him. Sometimes stone lions are granted a chance to become warm-breathing creatures, said the gargoyle. Man, this gargoyle, I have to tell you, he is very, very smart.
Never.
Oh, so sorry. I'll have to go back. You know what? You're going to make mistakes just like me. Sometimes I get so excited, I just get to the wrong page.
Smart.
Very, very smart. We're describing a person when we get to smart.
Smart.
That gargoyle's very, very smart to know that. Sometimes stone animals are granted a chance to become warm, breathing creatures, said the gargoyle, but just for a short time only, and they must desire it greatly. That means they have to really want it. Want it very, very much. Very, very much. Oh, with a generous heart. A generous heart. Ah, there we go. That is the heart that is very, very giving.
Give.
A heart that's
Giving.
that likes to, here we go, that likes to, I'm trying to find the word help, and I know it's in here someplace. With your body, you can help.
Help.
Right. That means you really like helping others and giving to others. So here's the clinker. You have to think about this lion. Desire it greatly. Check. Have a generous heart. Ooh, desire it greatly with a generous heart. I do desire it greatly, said the lion. I do. And I do think that the lion does desire it greatly. You can see in the picture, it kind of looks like they're talking to each other, doesn't it? He does desire it greatly. I'm not sure about the generous part. I do not think that is about our friend the lion. He imagined, ooh, that's a great word, verbs, with his mind. He imagined. He was imagining strolling along the wide street that he saw from his pedestal. He imagined running in the green depths of the park across the street, prowling, pouncing, leaping. But he could not swish his tail or flick a whisker. Here's all his imagining. Because remember, he wanted. He really, really wanted. He really wanted to move. He wanted to move very, very badly. Let's see what happens. One evening, it snowed heavily. Oh my gosh, it's hard to imagine that right now, isn't it? It was cold. There was no one except Ben at the library. Out of the whiteness, Sarah suddenly came running. Oh my goodness, with her body. She came running. Rushing, racing, running. She stumbled up the steps and put a basket by the lion's paws. Oh, there's our Sarah, alone in the cold with the baby. Not quite sure what to do. Oh my. That is so sad.
Sad.
And now I am feeling very, very worried.
Nervous.
Nervous and worried. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to get under feelings, don't I? Feelings. Very, very worried. Oh, I don't have worried there. That's where I would put worried. It's upsetting.
Upset.
I'm very upset.
Upset.
I'm scared for her.
Scared.
I think this is mightily
unfair.
No child should be out and alone like that. I'm so tired, she said to the clouds and the wind. I am so tired. And so cold. And hungry. She's feeling so hungry. Poor thing. I bet the baby is too. She swayed. Then she sank to the steps, her body limp and her eyes closed. Inside the basket was a baby with a tuft of red hair. Tuft means like a little piece sticking up. A snowflake fell on the baby's nose. Oh dear, my. This is very bad.
That
is not good. And it's very sad. And scary. Scary for her. For her and her brother. Sarah and her brother will suffer out here in the snow, thought the lion. The baby waved a tiny fist and wailed. Wah! The lion felt a spark of pity in his chest. Oh my gosh, I think he is feeling. I can't believe it. He's feeling something. Oh, let's see what happens. I have to read that again. The lion felt a spark of pity in his chest. Sarah and the baby will become cold and hard, he thought, unable to walk or run or jump or feel just like me. Oh, look at. He's thinking of somebody else besides himself. His heart flickered. I am so excited for him. I'm so excited for him. In his heart, he's beginning to feel and also understand what it's like for somebody else. Oh, I hope that he can move so he can help them. Let's see. If I could, I would take them into the library where it's warm and safe. If only I could move. Look at. He wants to, with his body, he wants to help. If only he could move. Let's see. He never desired anything so fervently before. Fervently means with so much desire in his heart. Not just wanting it to be greedy, but really feeling in his heart he wants it. And with a jolt, he felt his heart start to beat. He shook his mane. He flexed his claws. He stretched his legs. He glanced around at the street and the park that he'd so often longed to explore. Oh my. Looks like our lion is going to have to choose. Should he, with his body, should he help Sarah, or should he go? Should he, with his body, should he go into the park and leap around? What do you think he's going to do? Then he leaned down licked the snowflake off the baby's nose. It chuckled and squirmed. The lion gripped the handle of the basket in his powerful jaws. Muscles rippled as he loped moved like this, loped, toward the entrance and pushed the glass doors open. There he is with that little baby. I love this picture. There's Ben on his ladder in the library, and there's the lion with the basket. Inside the library, lights shone like the sun. It was as warm as a summer day. Oh my gosh, that place was so nice and warm. Perfect for Sarah and for that little baby. But it was silent, and Ben was nowhere to be seen. Oh my gosh, I have to go and find him. I have to find him. Let's see if with my body I can go and find him. No, let's see. I can go and find him with my hands. Find him. We really need him. The lion paced down an aisle between the shelves looking for Ben. Finally, he put down the basket and roared. Roar! Ben peered around a bookshelf and he couldn't believe his eyes. Oh my gosh, can you imagine Ben? I would feel probably a little bit scared, but also really surprised. Who would expect a lion to show up in your library? It is you, he said with wonder. You always did look so lifelike, and he hurried to pick up the child. It's freezing, poor little thing. Oh my gosh, the baby's going to be safe. I am feeling so good and so happy. Now I need him to go get Sarah. Go get Sarah, please, lion, hurry. The lion gazed longingly over his shoulder at the world outside. He wanted to plunge down the steps 3 at a time. He wanted to bound along the street and run through the park. I don't blame him. He wanted to pounce and prowl and leap, and already he could feel his joints stiffening, his sinews or his muscles knotting up. Oh no, he was starting to get hard again. His body was starting to get hard, and there was still one more thing he had to do. Oh my goodness, I feel hope. Let's see. You know what? It isn't. It's in verbs with our heart.
Hope.
I now feel hope. Because I know he's going to go back for Sarah. I'm so excited. He padded back outside. He seized Sarah's jacket between his teeth and gently pulled her into the library. Usually we use our hands to pull. Usually we use our hands to pull. He's using his teeth very gently. Then he turned and dragged himself out through the door. His paws were so heavy he could hardly lift them. Crouching, he settled back on his pedestal. He would never move again. He would not move again. I do feel sad. I feel sad for. I still feel sad for. That's not supposed to do that. Darn. I feel sad for him. Sometimes that conjugation works and sometimes that conjugation doesn't. The next morning, the library was full of children, their voices as bright as the birds in the trees. Ben came out to sit next to the lion, and he whispered, "It still feels like a dream, but I know it was you who saved Sarah and her little brother. You know what? I know.
No.
I know
No.
that.
That.
I know that too. Inside his great stone body, the lion purred with contentment. Oh my gosh, he feels good. He feels
Feel.
He feels
Feels.
so good inside.
Good.
Good inside. He's got all those feelings because he helped. From that day, oh, I don't know if I showed you the picture. There he is, whispering to the lion, saying, I know it was you. From that day, children always stopped on their way to the library to stroke his mane. Oh my goodness, what a change.
Changed.
The children changed how they were feeling
Changed.
about the lion. Remember, in the beginning, they used to scuttle, whoo, very, very nervously
Nervously.
past him. Now they stop and they stroke his mane. He looks as cold as stone, they said, but he feels as warm as toast. And look who's sitting there watching. There's Sarah. They found somebody to take care of her. And in the years that followed, a little red-haired boy often rested his cheek against that lion. This is a part that makes me cry all the time. He once licked a snowflake off my nose, he told his sister. She hugged him, and they both hugged the lion. And if he could have, the lion would have hugged them back. And that is the end. That is a story full of love.
Love.
It is a story full of
Give.
giving. And sometimes when we give to somebody else the thing that is most important to us, it comes back and makes us feel really happy inside. So I hope that you loved this book as much as I did, and you learned something about giving and being helpful. Thanks, goodbye, and I hope to see you again at the Rett U Book Club.